Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. Thanks for once again making Explore Tulsa part of your day.
May is a busy month, Trish. You got the flowers blooming, May Fest, National Nurses Day is just a few days away, and one of us has a birthday coming up pretty soon.
Plus the weather's just right for spending some time out on the lake.
And the best boat to do it in has to be one just like Henry Fonda owned in On Golden Pond, a classic Chris Craft. Try to say that 3 times fast.
Woody Harrelson had one too in the movie Friends with Benefits.
And the guy who brings them all back to life lives in Veneta, Oklahoma.
Brett Howard of Howard Classic Boats.
Well, Dad was in the Navy in World War II, and my grandfather kind of looked after me. So when I was about 6 or 7, he had me out in his workshop. And Granddaddy Adams was a carpenter for the Fishkill Railroad, and he did all the neat interior work on the Pullman cars, all the inlays and everything. So I really had a good teacher. So as I grew up, well, I got in Boy Scouts and we did woodwork, and so it's just kind of been a hobby of mine for ever since. I got interested in wood boats, and so I bought a shop in Langley and started working on just my stuff. And then people came by and said, well, hey, would you do something for me? And carpenters came by and said, well, I'm tired of building boxes. I'd like to work on boats. And so from about 99 on, it just evolved. There's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of history involved. Besides being able to do something with my hands, every boat is totally different. You'll have some different parts need to be fixed, or they need a total refinish, or they need engines. I like the fact that there's all these pieces that you get to work on, and occasionally you get to do a boat where you do everything. And then that, of course, is really fun. We have a couple of younger people that I'm teaching them so that there'll be people that can do this in the future. Back in the day, you know, like in the late 20s and 30s when the wood boats came on the scene, that was the only boats there were. So that began an evolution, and the factories built the boats to last about 12 to 15 years. That was the early planned obsolescence, because they thought, you know, that'll wear out and I'll come back and buy another one. Well, I've got a 1931 Elko that's still in good shape, so they misgauged that. It's kind of bringing history back. It's like, you know, restoring an antique or a classic car, same thing with an airplane. It's just something that you get a love for and you like to do it, and there are a lot of people that enjoy them. Well, Namacy 5 is Iceman backwards, that's the name of the boat. The owner of this boat's father had 2 or 3 boats, and it was Namacy 1, 2, 3, so he continued the tradition. And it's a 1950 22-foot Chris Craft custom sedan, which is pretty rare. It's like a runabout, but it's got a hard top cover. And he brought it to us and wanted us to restore it back to its original glory. So we replaced wood and refinished it and rebuilt the engine. We just now, last week, replaced in the boat. New custom interior, new hard top vinyl. So we've done about everything you can. Well, the boat behind me is a 1947. It's a 36-foot Chris Craft double stateroom. I bought it several years ago, and it was in pretty good condition, and so I got about 20 boats. Well, I said I could buy one more if I'd sell 3 first. But my wife particularly likes this boat, so we're going totally through it. We started out, we put a total new bottom on it, and now we're working on the hull sides. We'll update the engines, upholstery. We'll take the original gauge and restore them, but we'll hook them up to modern electronics. So we're installing 2 air conditioners for my wife's comfort, of course. It'll be plush, almost like a new boat. It'll be a 1947. I do it because I love it. It's not a money-making business. That's a good feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but you just feel really good when you look around.